Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another very special Out of the Fast Lane partnered with Dirt Track Digest. I am your host, Brady Hauser. On today's show, we have Brandon Edgar. He races down in Pennsylvania, and we are going to get a little background on him, and then we're going to ask him some of the hard-hitting questions that I like to ask him. So we are going to get that started in a second. There's a picture of Brandon's car right there. Very cool car. I like the paint job. It's very nice. And so NASCAR's racing tonight. Not a lot of big news out of them. Fans are going to be allowed back in the stands at Talladega and Homestead, which is going to be awesome. And we are going to call Brandon up, and we're going to get this one started. He also raced at midgets back when he also raced midgets, and there's him right there racing a midget back in the day. So we'll also ask him a little bit about that, but in his midget career. So we're going to get him on right now. And here we go. Hello.
How you doing?
Welcome to the show. So
Thanks
for the
for
people, so for the people that don't know a lot about you, can you give us a little background about yourself in racing?
So I race sportsman modifieds in Pennsylvania primarily. Our home track is Big Diamond Speedway, and then we also ran Grandview last year and New Egypt at the end of the year, and I run 270 micro sprints at Shellhammers pretty much every week. That's on a Wednesday, and we travel a little bit with that as well sometimes. And we've gone to Linda's Speedway, we've gone to Lanco Speedway, but I ran micros for about 11 years, from the time I was 14 to the time I was 25, and then I got an opportunity to run a full-size modified, and so we decided to go that route.
Mm-hmm. So what have you been doing during this pandemic to stay healthy and race ready?
Staying busy at home, I guess. I mean, been doing a lot of stuff around the house, I guess, keeping myself busy. We were out of work for like 2 months, so we were tearing buildings down at my house and cleaning out stuff at my parents' house, and trying to redo our house. It's like a never-ending process, so I guess it was nice to have time to do it, but I'm glad to be back to racing this weekend.
Mm-hmm. So like you said, you're gonna be racing this weekend. So what is it gonna be? What's it gonna be like for you as a driver, knowing that there's not gonna be fans in the stands for you racing?
Well, I think there actually are going to be fans for us down at Big Diamond anyway. There should be fans. So without, it would be weird. I mean, it would be like an open practice session. I guess it would, not that it would be hard to take serious, but it would be strange being there and there no one else being there.
Mm-hmm. So you race at Big Diamond. What's it like to race at Big Diamond, and what's that track for you mean to you as a driver?
I love it. I mean, that's where I grew up going, and that's my dad raced there when I was a kid, so I was always in the stands every weekend, and that's what I've always wanted to do, was race anything there. So it's like it's nostalgic for me every time we go. We won't really have to have any success there for me to have fun, but it's nice to, we were able to win last year, and I love it. It's a lot smaller than people think. It's a 3/8 mile, but the track is pretty narrow, and the turns are really different. Like turns 1 and 2 is banked pretty hard, and then turn 3 and 4 really is kind of flat. So it makes it interesting, especially come feature time, trying to navigate both corners.
Mm-hmm. Now you mentioned your dad racing back in the day. What's some of your family history in racing?
So, my grandfather, he was just a big time race fan, and they used to go to Reading and then Nazareth, and he went to Orange County every week to watch, and took my dad. And my dad started racing go-karts when he was out of high school in the 80s, and then he got an opportunity to run an asphalt modified, so he ran those for maybe like 7 or 8 years, I think, primarily at Mahoning and Evergreen. I think he made his way to Flemington once or twice when that was asphalt. and then he started running dirt modifieds in like 1996 and raced until about 2003. I started racing in 2001.
Mm-hmm. So, what got you started into racing for you when you first got into a race car? What got you started?
I mean, going and seeing my dad, I always was interested in doing it, but he kind of asked me if it was something I'd be interested in doing, and he took me to see a quarter midget, and he actually bought it without telling me or my mom, I guess. So it was like a secret, and when I found out that it was mine, I just told him that I was just going to show my friends it. I wasn't going to race or anything. I was just going to have it at the house for them to look at. So that's how I got into it. So I've raced since I was 7. I'm 26 now.
Yeah. So how many races have you raced and won at? And where?
I don't know. I mean, what's that?
And where have you won at?
We ran, well, in quarter midgets, we raced, we started on dirt, so we ran at the West End Fairgrounds and Blue Mountain, and then we progressed to running Phoenixville, was a QMA track, so we ran there, and then we transitioned from dirt to asphalt, so we ran Oak Lane, so we won at all of those places. I've never won, we raced at Wall Stadium's quarter midget track, never won there. We ran at Honeybrook. We went up and ran Syracuse, actually. The success was really limited on asphalt. I really got beaten up pretty bad. That was a hard transition for me. But when we came back to running dirt, when we got a micro sprint, I mean, in micros, we've won at Borgers Speedway in Saylorsburg, Sealands Grove, Greenwood Valley, Clinton County, Linda Speedway, Kutztown before it became Action Track USA. It was the Kutztown Fairgrounds. We won there. I won at Hamlin Speedway. I guess just about everywhere that we've been. I never won at Lanco, but we've had success at a lot of different places.
So have you gotten the chance to race in Canada at all?
Nope. I was in Canada once on vacation, but I've never raced up there now.
Is there a track that you really want to win at?
I mean, the dream for me was winning at Big Diamond. Since we moved to the Sportsman Modified class, last year was our first year, and we won at Big Diamond in Grandview and New Egypt. So that was really like my dream track. So I guess I don't really have like a dream come true win. I guess if I had to pick one, I would say Susquehanna. That was my first ever Sportsman Modified track, and I finished second. And then last year we went back and we finished second again. So I guess that's next. If I had to pick a place that I really wanted to win, it would be there.
So you run the number 88. You ran the number 88 in the quarter midget, and then you ran in the 57. What is the backstory on both of them numbers? Why did you choose those numbers?
So the 88 is actually that's not my car. It's someone that I've been friends with for a while. I used to race against him, and he started racing at Shellhammers in this, so they call it this Wingless Wednesday series, and then I think he got hurt at work, and he decided that he was going to ask somebody if they wanted to race the car, and picked me, and we've created this great relationship. Honestly, I don't know how he came up with the number 88X, but he's always been the 88 as long as I can remember. It might have something to do with his grandfather working on a car, I think, back in like the 50s or 60s, but I don't know for certain. The 57 is a family number. My dad ran go-karts back in the 80s, and when he met my mom, her brother raced, and he was the number 57, and then he passed away at a young age, so my dad kind of took on his number of the 57, and so we've been the 57 since around like 1990, so as long as I'll race our own equipment, it'll always be the 57.
So is there like any dream tracks for you as a driver that you would like to race at one day?
I mean, in the dirt car, I would love to hit any of the Northeast dirt mod class. Like, I'd love to get up into New York and run like Orange County and Fonda,
Yep.
Utica Rome, and Canandaigua. I was there to watch, but I never raced there. Thunder Mountain. I'd love to get up to all those. As far as super speedways, I guess everyone would like to get to Williams Grove. On asphalt, I think it would be neat to run anything around Daytona or Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not a big Formula One guy, I guess, but if I had to pick one, everyone would say Monaco.
Mm-hmm. So, what goes through your mind when so you raced midgets back in the day, and I'm sure you've experienced quite a couple flips in your career, and then the modified, I'm sure you wrecked. What goes through your mind when you crash?
I mean, when it hits the fan in front of you and you know that you can't miss it, you don't have a whole lot of time to think about it. It's just kind of like bracing for impact. While you're wrecking, I've been in a couple of really bad micro sprint wrecks. I don't know, just waiting for it to be over, I guess. I was in one car accident in my life, and I've told everybody that has ever asked me about it that it's the same exact feeling in a race car, that you just kind of hang on and wait for it to be over. I don't know that anything really crossed my mind other, I guess, maybe like hopefully nobody hits me while I'm flipping, but
Yeah.
it seems like it's over as soon as it begins.
Mm-hmm. So if you could race against any driver, past or present, who would it be and why? It can be dirt, NASCAR, anything like that.
I would say Tony Stewart probably would be he's probably my all-time favorite behind, I like Kyle Larson was my favorite dirt guy, sprint car guy, just like an all-around complete driver. I mean, Tony was awesome in midgets and wingless sprint cars and wing sprint cars and then IndyCar and NASCAR, so he's just a done-it-all, seen-it-all kind of guy. So, I mean, that I think would be the best to race against him in really any division. I'm sure he would be talented in anything he'd get in.
Mm-hmm. What would be your favorite racing memory?
My favorite racing memory would be my first ever win at Big Diamond, just because of how special that place is to me and all the memories I have of going there as a kid. So when we won there at the beginning of the year last year, it was like a racing career come full circle. Like, I remember going to the track and being at the track and watching all the cars come out and watching my dad and, idolizing all these guys. And then to be someone that actually got to race there, let alone win, it was like every racing dream I ever had come true. So definitely that one.
Mm-hmm. So what other hobbies do you enjoy besides racing?
That's the big one. I mean, hanging out with my fiance and dog, any kind of stuff outside. I guess I like hiking. I fished occasionally. I've hunted unsuccessfully, but anything, I guess, outside. I don't really like sitting inside unless it's real late at night and you're about to go to bed. Other than that, I like being able to do something and enjoy the outdoors.
Yeah. Now, have you gotten to try iRacing at all by any chance when, like, the iRacing was out? And on TV?
I haven't. What's that?
And on TV?
I've watched pretty much every broadcast while it was on TV. I only ever got to try it one time. I went to Shark Fest, which is Logan Schuhart's promotional party for their sprint car team, because one of my good friends worked for them for a couple of years, and they had a setup there. So I tried running a sprint car around Williams Grove, and I was absolutely horrible at it. So I think I'll save myself the money and just stick with the real thing.
So who do you like to go see for advice as a driver, like when you're at the racetrack and you just need help with something? Who's the drivers that you like to go talk to?
I mean, my personal favorite would be my dad, just because he raced, and not because he's the best to ever do it, just because I think he's really insightful and well thought out. I don't think anything comes without, making a decision with a lot of thought. I've never really been a guy that goes over and approaches other guys and asks them how to do it. I've been always someone to go up to the fence and watch and see how they do it, because I always was afraid that, I don't want someone to feel like they got to teach me everything they know, and then I go out there and beat them or something.
Mm.
I want to be able to do it on my own. So I've never minded if someone came up to me and asked, but I just tried to avoid asking, like the guys that I race against. I've never been someone that go over and ask them, what do you think of this corner at this moment in time? So definitely my dad, because I don't have to race against him.
Yeah. So this is my last question for you. What is the best part overall for you to be of being a race car driver?
The best part for me would be just the experience of hanging out with my friends and family, and the relationships that I've built over time. I mean, I met my fiance through racing, so I mean that's probably been the most special. But spending time with my dad and my grandfathers and grandmothers and mom and sister and all of them. So all the memories of driving to the track, and not just the wins or the success or the failures, but all the time spent with them, and I can't trade that for anything.
Yeah. Well, that's all I have for you today. Any questions for me?
I don't think so. I mean, I heard you got hired by Dirt Track Digest, so that's pretty exciting. What are you going to do for them?
I'm doing like I'm like race recaps, like articles on their website, and then interviews with like the feature winners. So say Stuart Friesen were to win at Fonda, I gotta go try to reach out to him, somewhat get an interview with him, and all that.
And
so
where do you live? How close are you to Fonda?
5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Well, I live like 5 minutes from Mahoning Valley Speedway, and I've been there about 2 times in my life to watch. It's an asphalt track. That's why, I guess.
Any sponsors you'd like to give? Sponsors, family, friends you'd like to give shout outs to?
Yeah, I mean, I would thank my dad and my grandfather. Without them, it wouldn't be possible for me to do it. My fiance, my friends and family, Arner's Furniture, Baked Cafe and Eatery, Kafarsky Trucking, Bienic Trucking, Gutierrez Trucking. There's so many guys that are integral in me being as successful as I've been in racing, and it's all kudos to them.
Well, thank you for being on the show today, and good luck this weekend at Big Diamond. Wish you the best. Driver, fans, if you see him around in the pits or in the grandstands or whatever, make sure you guys stop and say hello. He'll definitely be around to say hi. This is Brandon Edgar. He races at Big Diamond Speedway in the number 57, and yeah. So make sure you guys stay tuned. We got more coming this week, and take care. Thanks for being on the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yep. And that's Brandon Edgar. I'll give you guys one last look at his race car. There it is right there. Beautiful race car. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. We got more coming this week. And yeah. Take care.